right, so tell everybody who you are in your own words.
I'm Donald Morton, a Christian. I pastored for 25 years, recently stopped pastoring. I'm probably one of the people that's sick of church and the way that church is kind of set up. I run the Remand Project. The Remand Project seeks to improve the quality of life of individuals, families, and societies through accurately reconstructing authentic manhood. A part of what that means is we endeavor to help society by helping brothers come up. And so I'm married, I've been divorced, got 6 kids, we the Brady Bunch. Yeah, so that's what I am.
Okay. And what did your business do last year in terms of revenue?
Oh, so the business is not even a year old yet.
Okay.
So it'll be a year old in June.
Okay.
Of this year.
So what did it do for the first half of the year? You thought you got out of the question because the business wasn't a year old.
So we probably did about $36,000.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in addition to not tracking your numbers,
Yeah.
what are the challenges that you have in your business?
Just not identifying who my ideal client is, but where they are.
Okay, finding ideal clients.
Yeah.
So who are your ideal clients? I heard you say we're increasing society by helping brothers come up. What kind of brothers?
So we work with men who are 25 years old and older.
Okay.
We don't work with any men that are younger than that.
Uh-huh.
And right now, we currently have a contract with the state of Delaware where we help brothers that are coming out of the penal system. So those
Okay.
are justice involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that who you want to work with? Those are all your clients, or that's just who you're working with right now?
That's who we're working with right
So
now.
who do you want to work with?
We want to work with men, again, 25 years old and older that are business leaders, those that are athletes. The primary guy is one who is encountering some level of adversity and pain because of decisions that he has recently made,
Okay.
which is the man that I used to be.
Okay. Okay. So one thing I think that you need to do is you need to get yourself booked on the college speaking circuit.
Okay.
So speaking at colleges and universities, and you can start right here at UD Del State, even Wesley. Speaking on the college speaking circuit will pay you $3,500
Okay.
on average per gig. And they have money set aside for this. To be a black man,
Yes.
going to college campuses to teach other black men the things that they need to know, that's high.
Okay.
They're gonna book that all day long.
Okay.
So if you don't have your press materials done, so what you will need is a one sheet. On your one sheet, on the front side, let's do front. You need a headshot, a headline, and the problem you solve.
Okay.
This ain't your mama's one sheet.
Yes.
On the back, you need a bio, you need speaking topics, 3, no more than 3.
Okay.
Because see, what we tend to do is what is the word? I can't think of it, but when you flood somebody's senses, you overstimulate them.
Okay.
So 3 topics, and then you need a thing that says, if you don't see your topic here, we can create or customize one for you. And then you need a testimonial.
Okay.
Now, simultaneously, each of the three topics, you need a speaker outline. The outline is just for that one topic. It has the title, the blurb, 3 learning objectives, a testimonial, and a brief bio.
Okay.
You need I can't ever get away from hot lists, because a hot list is just a list of your leads that you want to call them. The colleges and universities where you would like to speak. So you or have somebody do some research to see what campuses already have initiatives around doing something specifically for men and then for black men, right? Even HBCUs, you can get booked to speak there. That not only do they have money, but then they also have the fraternities that will pool their funds to be able to bring you in to do a joint event for everyone else. The other thing that you can do is you can do sponsor letters So you can get them to raise the money. So never let money be the reason why you don't present yourself to a college or university. So what you do then is you write a sponsor letter, and in the sponsor letter, you give it to the organization or the group so that they can get this sponsorship, and you agree to do a leadership training for the organization that sponsors your event.
Okay.
So in these cases, however, it's not for $3,500. It should be at least $7,500. Because that covers the $3,500 for them, and then it gives you another $3,000 to play with to do a half day for that company to do leadership for them while you're there on site.
Okay.
This one strategy all by itself will shift and change you. So do you already have a like a coaching kind of program?
Yes.
Okay, and are you enrolling people into it now outside of your contract, like separate for that? Okay. How much is your coaching program?
$5,000 for 6 months.
Why do I care how many months it's for? What do I get? Or not me, because I'm not a man, but what does a man walk away from if he comes into this program?
The transformation of his character.
I think it needs to be more.
Okay.
I think it needs to be 15,000.
Okay.
You're teaching this man how to change society. Why should that only be 5K? And nobody cares how long it is.
Okay.
Does anybody in here ever care how long anything is? Don't you want to care about what do you want to know? Somebody says, right, what am I going to get from it? Because ain't nobody sitting around saying, oh, especially because this is what we do on sales calls. We say, you're going to get 25 phone conversations with me, and then you're going to get 3,688 worksheets. And then after you turn all of those worksheets in, then you're gonna spend 12 hours listening to all of it, and people are gonna be overwhelmed. That's why they're not buying, because you're giving them the features instead of giving them the benefits. Okay. Everybody tunes into what's in it for me. Okay. So what's in it for them? Why do they come into this program? That's what your materials need to say, okay. And then you gotta find the people to do it, okay. to do this program. Okay. But Jude, if you had problems with your character, would you come into this program to transform it for 15K? You wouldn't?
For 15K, I would.
Yeah. Or what you thought I was going to say, for 5K? Yeah. No, for 15K. Because you know what that does? That automatically elevates the level of the person that you're reaching. You said you want business leaders and athletes. They ain't buying nothing for $5,000, because how good can it be? We believe we get what we pay for. Yeah. And so it can't be good. And y'all think y'all doing something when you got lower prices. But what you're doing is getting the clients you really want to serve to not serve you. When you tell them their price, when you tell them your price, they ought to swallow their tongue. If there's no visceral reaction in their body, if you don't hear a pause on the other end of that phone conversation, you're not charging enough. And they're not going to buy it because there's no way it can bring them transformation. Hell, they could go to Costco and spend $5,000 in one trip. If they get a TV, a couple of comforters, and a swing set. Seriously. You have got to demand more for what it is that you bring to the table. You're saying it so nonchalantly, but what you said is we are shifting and changing society. That is huge. Society will not be shifted at $5,000 a pop. And I don't know what your contract is with the state of Delaware. I'm not even going to touch that. But I will say you're definitely not charging enough, and they are pimping you out. And you giving them all your goodies, and they giving you a couple of dollars. Stop going after contracts with the state and the government unless they are going to be willing to pay you what they are, which they are almost never willing to do. Even the people that have those contracts where they get millions over a period of years, they still pimping themselves out, because if they were to price that out by the number of hours that they're working in that contract, it wouldn't even be what they would have made at their job.
So true.
Stop thinking that just because they put a $50,000 price tag on it, but then they put 150 men in the program, you getting ahead. You ain't. You getting busy. You getting tired because you're not really working at the level that you should. Be willing to walk away and hold out for it is. Because here's the thing. We didn't talk about what your revenue goal is, but let's just say it's $250,000 and this is $25,000. All you need is 15 people in the program and you got $350,000. Please check my math because I could be wrong. But you close.
Yes.
So you got 15 clients. Now you got time to spend time with your wife and take care of your 6. I did not know you had 6 kids. Take care of your 6 kids and everything else you was doing or not doing because you're making good money instead of over here hustling for a little $25,000, $30,000 they gave in a contract because it seemed good at that time. So this is where I would tell you to start. Do you feel like you got a makeover?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Give them a round of applause.